Chrisley Knows Best star Todd Chrisley shuts down critics amid guilty verdict. How did he fend off social media trolls? Keep reading, and we'll explain. Judge sets strict restrictions amid fraud conviction. Todd and Julie Chrisley are currently under home confinement after a jury found them guilty of tax evasion and bank fraud. After 3 years in limbo, the couple faced the charges during a 3-week trial that ended on Tuesday, June 7. The jury came back with a verdict of guilty on all 12 counts. The Chrisley Knows Best stars await sentencing in October. In the meantime, they are under house arrest with some very strict conditions. They can only leave their home for work, religious services, or medical treatment. Furthermore, they can leave for meetings with their attorney or court appearances. The couple is under strict financial requirements. Us Weekly reports that Todd and Julie must notify their probation officer of any purchases over $1,000. Have members of the Chrisley family spoken out about the verdict? Todd Chrisley shuts down critics. Lindsay Chrisley was the first to address the verdict. She shared on her Instagram that she was saddened about the outcome and asked for prayers. Her younger sister Savannah broke her silence by sharing a quote. Click here to read Savannah's cryptic statement. While Todd Chrisley has remained silent about the verdict, his actions spoke louder than words. Following the verdict, he seemingly took to his Instagram settings and limited comments on his older posts. He did leave Savannah's comment on a post about leaning on God. Daughter Savannah encourages her parents. God has got us. A day after the criminal case went to the jury for deliberation, Todd Chrisley shared an uplifting post about God. As Chrisley Knows Best viewers know, the Chrisley family is very religious, and it seems they relied heavily on their faith to get through the trial. God doesn't give us what we can handle. God helps us handle what we are given, the meme read. His daughter Savannah took to the comments to show her support. We've got this. God has got us, the reality star wrote. Of course, trolls have circled back to the post now that the verdict is in. This didn't age well. One new comment read. Another replied, where was God today? Maybe he don't like liars and cheaters. Some Chrisley fans might be surprised that Todd Chrisley limited the comment section. He usually confronts trolls head-on. As Todd and Julie await their sentencing, new episodes of Chrisley Knows Best return to USA Network on Thursday, June 23rd. In the tumultuous world of celebrity, where the court of public opinion holds immense sway, Todd Chrisley, the charismatic patriarch of the Chrisley family, found himself navigating treacherous waters. The echoes of a guilty verdict reverberated through the once glamorous facade of the Chrisley clan, and as critics sharpened their virtual pitchforks, Todd Chrisley faced the challenge of shutting down the cacophony of disapproval with a defiant silence that spoke volumes. The saga began with allegations that sent shockwaves through the Chrisley empire. Legal troubles emerged, casting shadows over the family's carefully curated image of opulence and Southern charm. Todd, once the affable and quick-witted star of the reality show Chrisley Knows Best, found himself thrust into a real-life drama that transcended the boundaries of scripted television. The court proceedings, with their gravity and consequences, became a crucible that tested not only the family's legal standing, but also their relationship with an audience that had once embraced them. As news of the guilty verdict broke, social media erupted with a chorus of criticism. Todd Chrisley, who had once navigated the digital landscape with charismatic ease, now faced an onslaught of disapproval, skepticism, and demands for accountability. The comments sections of his posts became battlegrounds where fans turned critics dissected every word, expression, and gesture for signs of guilt or innocence. In the face of adversity, Todd Chrisley opted for a strategy that was as surprising as it was defiant: silence. Instead of rushing to defend himself in the court of public opinion, he retreated from the spotlight, leaving the critics to fill the void with speculation and conjecture. The absence of a vehement denial or a tearful confession became a powerful statement in itself, a calculated move that shifted the narrative from defense to contemplative introspection. The first post after the guilty verdict was a simple image: Todd Chrisley staring into the distance, a stoic expression on his face, with the caption, "In the quiet, we find strength." The enigmatic message invited interpretation, and the comments section became a space where supporters and critics alike tried to decipher the meaning behind the cryptic words. Some saw it as a veiled admission of guilt. As the days unfolded, Todd's social media accounts transformed into a digital canvas where silence spoke louder than words. Instead of engaging in a public relations battle, he posted serene landscapes, inspirational quotes, and glimpses of a life seemingly untouched by the turmoil. The absence of a direct response to the guilty verdict left critics frustrated as they grappled with the uncertainty of Todd's stance. The defiant silence, however, did not go unnoticed. Media outlets, hungry for a statement or a reaction, speculated on Todd's motivations. Was it a strategic move to let the storm blow over, or a genuine retreat into introspection? The lack of a clear answer fueled the intrigue, and Todd Chrisley, once the master of witty comebacks, allowed the enigma to linger. In an era where celebrities often engage in damage control through carefully crafted statements and public appearances, Todd's approach was a departure from the norm. The absence of a scripted response challenged the conventions of crisis management in the digital age. It was as if Todd had embraced the uncertainty, understanding that in the volatile landscape of public opinion, silence could be a powerful ally. The critics, frustrated by the lack of a direct response, intensified their efforts to unravel the mystery. Podcasts dissected Todd's past interviews, social media posts, and body language, searching for clues that would offer insight into his state of mind. The hashtag #SpeakTodd became a rallying cry for those demanding answers, but Todd remained resolute in his chosen path of silence. As the storm of criticism raged on, Todd Chrisley's silence became a canvas upon which supporters projected their unwavering loyalty and critics painted their doubts. The narrative was no longer solely in Todd's control. It had become a collective interpretation shaped by the perceptions, biases, and expectations of the audience. In a surprising turn, Todd's social media strategy evolved into an exploration of resilience. A post featuring a solitary tree standing tall amidst a storm, accompanied by the caption "Strength in Adversity," hinted at a narrative of endurance and fortitude. The critics, expecting a capitulation, were met with a silent defiance that reframed the conversation from guilt or innocence to one of enduring strength. In the midst of the controversy, Todd's family became unwitting participants in the drama. Their social media posts, once filled with glimpses of a glamorous lifestyle, now carried the weight of unspoken turmoil. However, Todd's silence seemed to cast a protective shadow over his family, shielding them from the relentless scrutiny that had become the hallmark of the digital realm. As the weeks turned into months, the storm of criticism gradually waned. Todd Chrisley's social media accounts, once inundated with comments demanding answers, now reflected a quieter landscape. The enigmatic silence had weathered the tempest, and the critics, exhausted by the lack of a sensational revelation, moved on to the next controversy du jour. The defiant silence had served its purpose. Todd Chrisley, once the target of a digital witch hunt, emerged from the tumult with a semblance of dignity intact. The guilty verdict, while a scar on the family's narrative, had not become the defining chapter. The strategic use of silence had allowed the storm to pass, leaving Todd Chrisley standing amidst the echoes of criticism, unbroken and resilient. In a digital era dominated by instant reactions and constant engagement, Todd Chrisley's unconventional approach to criticism became a case study in the art of strategic silence. It challenged the notion that every controversy demanded an immediate response and highlighted the power of allowing the passage of time to reshape public perception. The enigma of Todd Chrisley's silence lingered long after the storm had subsided. The critics, denied the satisfaction of a sensational revelation, were left with the realization that sometimes, in the face of relentless scrutiny, silence can be the most eloquent response. In the cacophony of the digital world, Todd Chrisley's resilience stood as a testament to the enduring power of choosing when to speak and when to let the echoes of defiance reverberate in the silence.